Okay, welcome. Can you hear me? Just if you can hear me, just wave your hand, yeah? Okay, good. Good. Okay. So we'll start with our regular meditation. So sit comfortably for, it'll be about 12 minutes. And so when you're sitting comfortably, then just close your eyes and look inside and bring your awareness to whatever is the strongest thing happening inside. This may be thoughts, it may be feelings, maybe a body sensation. So whatever you experience, just completely accept it. Don't try to change anything. Okay, so when you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back into the Zoom. Perhaps somebody would like to share what happened in the meditation for them. Okay, Bhaskar.
Yeah, it's quite interesting. I read something yesterday about Bhagavan and the breath, and then looking at the bottom of the breath for the first thought, the I thought. I've started to do that in my meditation practice since I read that yesterday, and I had a good meditation earlier today, and I did exactly the same thing. And I find there's a serene moment when everything is quiet and soft and gentle. But I had a sort of like sensation of sort of like tingling. It wasn't unpleasant in the back of my neck for some reason. And it was quiet sensation, that quiet stillness again, which was quite surprising in a way. As I'd come back to the UK from Spain, it had been, I thought, things will start turning around, but things have actually sort of remained quite still, and the thoughts have been very, pretty non-existent, to be honest, which has been really nice. A couple of thoughts have come in there, but other than that, the thing that I read that Bhagavan said yesterday is something that's sort of, I don't know, it just seems like there's a little bit more of the jigsaw's just been put in place. And I think the weekend that I spent with you guys as well has also been really wonderful in the way that my mind has become calm, and that stillness has returned, and it's very pleasurable.
I mean, you seem to have quite a knack for this, yeah?
Well, I wouldn't say a knack. I think it's just a matter of it's finding the right tools at the right time. Because sometimes what we tend to do, we sit and thoughts will come in.
I think your audio is gone. I don't hear you anymore. Do you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Not sure. What about now?
It's gone crazy. I can't find where I was supposed to. We have a little technical problem here.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you hear me now,
Yeah.
Jessica?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So I don't know whether it's a knack. I think it's just maybe it's a learning mechanism about using different tools at different times, because some thoughts come in and we'll use the self-inquiry practice. To whom do these thoughts arise? To me. Who am I? We ask that question. And sometimes when we do that, it doesn't quite work. It's there for about a second and then the thoughts come back. But I've also been reading a lot of Robert Adams and what he says about watching like the insight type of meditation, where you watch the thoughts come in as clouds and then leave as clouds in the sky. But I think I said at the weekend that you let the thoughts in, you let the thoughts out. You let the thoughts in the front door, you let the thoughts out the back door. You just don't want them staying for tea. So it's about developing sort of practices at particular times if you're stressed or what have you. But I kind of like the one that I read yesterday that Bhagavan, that I quoted Bhagavan on, that looking at the bottom of the breath seems to be so not intense is the wrong word. It's just works, and it's just blown me away that I didn't use this before. And it's just a piece of text that Bhagavan wrote, and just looking for that I thought at the bottom of the breath. So when you breathe out,
Okay.
and then breathe in. So it's kind of like started to melt into this point of that quiet stillness again, which is just beautiful.
Okay. Okay. So I think maybe the weekend you just attended in Spain, where we were able to spend a lot of the weekend being very quiet. I think undoubtedly that's given you a good basis for this meditation now. And if you're touched by different things you read from Bhagwan, well, that's very beautiful, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it's just some of the things, because I started reading the book. I've been a bit naughty. I haven't got around to reading Aham Smarana, all of it yet. But I just, some of the stories in the book were just touched me quite profoundly. I mean, he was such a beautiful, amazing human being that I just, the way he was so saintly and the things he would say, and they just, some of the things you pick up on at times, and it just blows me away. And I just think, why are there not more people like this in the world? But yeah, it is very touching, a lot of the stuff he says. And, he'll always be that anchor for my practice. Definitely.
Okay, very good. Good. Okay, somebody else like to share? Where are we? Okay. We have some Kailashes here, Radha again. So, okay. You're Kevin, I think.
Yes, I'm Kevin.
Right.
I just had a very mundane thing to share, not as deep and spiritual as the last comment. But when I was practicing that meditation just now, I just caught a cold yesterday from, well, a few days ago from my daughter. And last night was like the first night I really couldn't breathe. And during this meditation, I was trying to watch the breath flowing in and out. And at first I noticed, oh, I don't like that. I can't get the breath in and out. It's hard to breathe. I have to breathe through my mouth. And then when you said, don't try to change anything, it's just a very concise and clear and perfect instruction. So I was just like, okay, not going to try to change anything. Just going to observe. And there was something very profound about it. Just breathing. It was only through one nostril that I could get any airflow. And there was that sort of profound feeling of like equanimity and awareness at the same time. And I think that it will improve my sleep tonight because I'll be less stressed about not being able to breathe.
Right.
So thank you for that.
Okay, good. And maybe later in the meeting, we'll have a bit longer talk if you like.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you.
And somebody else like to share? Misha, I think you're somebody I haven't met before. Would you like to share about the meditation?
Yes,
you hear me?
hi.
You hear
Hi,
me, yeah?
hi, John. Can you hear me?
Hi. Have we met? I don't think so, have we?
No, no.
Oh, okay. First time.
Yeah, I wrote this. I'm reading this book of you.
Oh, good. Yeah. It's not my
Yes,
book, you know,
and
it's
I
all
found
Ramana
this.
Maharshi's book.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wait a minute. What
But
is this?
so
Oh,
main
this is Pointless Joy of, oh, this is my book. Yeah. This is my book. Yeah.
and I found the information about the travel to the
India. Right. Right. It'll be our 25th year this year. Amazingly, I've given this retreat every year for 25 years. So if you decide to come, we have it very well organized. We have a very good place for it. And it's always very powerful. Do you have a regular meditation practice that you do a bit each day? Not really.
I try.
You try.
I try.
Okay. So what do you think is your motivation to come to the Indian retreat? Because it's 3 weeks, it's quite intense, of course, and if you haven't got a regular meditation, you might find it quite intense for you.
Yeah, I think so. But I just want to get in touch with the energy there,
Right, right.
like yeah, the place of high energy.
Yeah. Okay. I'm going to talk about Arunachala, the hill or the mountain. And where we are doing the retreat is about a 10-minute walk from Ramana's ashram. And on the roof of the ashram where we have our retreat, we look straight onto the mountain. So it's a very, very powerful spot. And we've been going there, you know, with a group of about 25 people each year in January. So, of course, you're welcome if you like to do that. Yeah. Yeah. Good. Okay. Okay, gallery. Okay. Oh, we have.
Good
okay.
evening, John, David.
Right.
Nice
You're
to see you again.
the lady from Alicante who lives in London and calls her mother every day. Is that you?
Yes, you know me very well.
So tell me, this picture behind you, is this from, where is it from? It's from Goa?
I don't know what you say, but I love it.
It looks like a place called Arambol in the north of Goa.
I don't know, but
Okay. Anyway,
I
it's
just
very
want
nice.
to see myself that I am by the beach. I'm by
Right.
the Thames, but I want to visualize myself that I'm by the beach.
Okay.
How
And
are
so,
you?
well, I'm a bit tired today because I flew back from Spain during today. You missed a very good weekend, you know. We had a very good weekend. Huh?
I had as well a very intensive weekend myself. Yes, who knows? Who knows? Soon maybe we can share many more.
Okay.
But yeah, just wanted to share with you my experience today with the meditation and say hi to you and to most of you that I recognize.
Okay.
So this meditation, where I felt in the beginning very grateful, uh, the sensation of very grateful, and on my eyes I can feel a lot of light. And at the end of the
Is there a reason
meditation,
why I've lost the sound from her?
yes,
Is it us or her?
your image. I'm not sure. Mhm. So I think it's you. Yes.
So we seem to have a few technical problems here with the internet connection. But anyway, who was I talking to?
I cannot see you now. Oh, yeah.
Ah, there you are. Okay, so just one moment. Okay, if you like to speak, we're on the screen together now.
Yes, I can see you and hear you well. I just saw my inner child quite tired. And
Yeah.
my eyes start watering. So I will have an early bed today.
What you?
But yeah, it was very nice, and I'm very grateful to be here. Thank you.
Okay. What are you doing in London, actually? You have a job there, I guess. You work in a company?
Yes, I do. I'm a beauty therapist and masseuse.
Oh, you're doing massage. Oh, good. Yeah. Good.
Yes.
Okay.
Good and intense as well.
Right, right. Yeah, we
A
have
lot of healing.
as part of our community is self-supporting. So we all work a lot, and then we have some money, and then we decide how we want to spend it. And one of our businesses, a tantra massage business, which has been running for 15 years now. So so maybe I think your massage also very nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite channeling energies and healing that I can feel. Yes.
Good. Okay.
I don't have the the certificate of tantra massage, and I can feel that I am doing a lot healing myself with the clients.
Okay.
But yeah, interesting that this weekend I have been invited in London to a tantra talks. So I might go.
Next weekend there's a tantra talk.
No, this
You say?
weekend in London.
Ah, okay. Yeah. Okay. Enjoy.
It's calling all these things.
Okay.
David, thank you for listening.
So I'm going to read something now because you don't all know, but I don't know if you can see this book. So the last 2 weeks I've been working, editing this book. This is the third book coming out of the manuscript that was put on the internet. You can get it on Amazon. It was put on Amazon about 5 years ago. And this is the third book now that our community has edited. And this is going to be published. We're going to the printer this weekend, and we'll have it back at the beginning of December. So this is a very, very beautiful book, because the one we did before, if you remember, this was Self-Enquiry. And this new book is about surrender. And these are the two parts of Ramana Maharshi's teaching: surrender and self-inquiry. He's probably more famous for self-inquiry. This question of who am I is a famous knowledge. Most people who get involved with Ramana Maharshi are practicing self-inquiry. And however, I see that what is probably the best way to go is to do the self-inquiry and at the same time surrender yourself. Anyway, I want to read something because, anyway. So he was asked, if investigating who am I will suffice to win spiritual knowledge, where does the need for Arunachala to play any role come in? And then Bhagwan answered, to succeed in the quest and sunder the knot of the heart, Guru's grace is a necessary condition. And then he was asked how to win such grace. Bhagwan said, only by going on persistently and incessantly with Vichara, self-inquiry. However, in the case of a few rare individuals, a shortcut presents itself. If you happen to fall in love with this magical hill, no spiritual practice is necessary for you. It must be not only unconditional, but also maniacal, and the potency of or power of that love must burn endlessly at its zenith. Such love cannot be cultivated. Inevitable in the lifetime. Love is verily God's most precious legacy unto man. It is the Jacob's ladder with which to unite unto him. Such love is theoretically possible for all, just as theoretically all the buds of a tree may ripen into fruit. In actual practice, it requires an insanely firm, single-minded zeal and rank ferocity that an ordinary and this goes on. So he was then asked, yet the hill possesses a tangible physical existence that can be touched and felt. On the other hand, the impersonal absolute would be incapable of being contacted in any way because it would belong to the realm of the beyond. Connection tonight. Sorry about that. So I'll read again the second bit. So Bhagwan was answering exactly, that is the great mystery, that is his grace. Arunachala is the cosmic center, seemingly silent and inert. He is the teacher of true knowledge, of poor souls who quietly suffer in this cruel, cruel world. Without him, there can be no emancipation or realization of one's divine nature. To consummate one's innate divinity, in the end, everyone must come only to Arunachala. So at the moment this week, we've been talking about who's coming to the retreat. And as I say, I've been offering this retreat for the last 24 years. And there's something very strong happening with this, this particular part of planet Earth. This mountain, the Indians consider to be Shiva. And when Bhagwan was about 18, 20 years old, and he came for the first time to Arunachala, he spent the next years in silence, quietly living in a cave on the mountain and spending his time, walking around, being very much alone and with himself. And later on, there's a big story, but later on, they started the ashram at the foot of Arunachala. And he never, in his case, he never left Arunachala. After coming there when he was about 18 or 19, he stayed there until he left his body in 1950 when he was 71 years old. So quite a long time he was living at Arunachala. And for the people in our community, we're always very excited to go in January to India because it's always a high point of the year. Would anybody like to respond to this article about Arunachala? How about you, Owen? Would you like to share something about that?
Okay. Well, I mean, it's like coming to Arunachala has always transformed something very strongly. So always coming there was the first moment seeing it or coming there was very strong. And then the time being there is like a quiet kind of inner churning or something. And then usually at the end, there's something happening. And yeah, I mean, it really, when I describe it to others, it feels, I often say like, it feels like the final destination. So if there's a train journey and you book your ticket to get to the final destination, to, let's say, home, you're driving home, then I would describe Arunachala as like the soul's kind of final destination. As if arriving there is like, it's very easy to just say, okay, that it's fine now. It's just fine.
Yeah, I think you actually met John David, didn't you, at Arunachala, one of the public meetings I offered there. And now you've been now you're living in the community since what, 8 years, 6 years?
6 years, yeah.
6 years, yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Durga. Okay, Durga. If you say something, then we'll come together. Ah, there you are. Yeah. I don't hear you. Oh, now I hear you.
Now you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I remember the first time that I was there in the first days that Kiran was looking at the mountain and sitting, meditating at the mountain. And I could feel I don't have such a relation with that mountain. And he said, didn't you feel the strong energy? But in the beginning, I could not really directly feel that. But by coming more and more, it was growing in me.
How many times have you been there?
I think 4 times. Four times.
Wow. Yeah.
And I remember I was in the Ukraine and Hanuman showed me a picture of the mountain and spontaneously I start crying.
Yeah.
And now when I'm coming now, I feel touched and more easily comes silence, and also to be in the cave, the energy there, it's so amazing and so fantastic to be there. So it automatically it comes into you.
Right. Yeah, I think when you've been 4 times, you probably find that after maybe a few days each time,
Yeah, now it is immediately, but in the beginning
Yeah.
not.
No,
In
but
the-
yeah, sure. But
Yeah.
now you've been enough times that when you come there, I would guess after a few days, you feel a connection.
Yeah,
And that
yeah,
connection
yeah, yeah.
gets stronger and stronger.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Nee, that is for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Good. Very nice. Oh, I'm having a hard time tonight with the. I'm a bit too tired to click the right place, I think. Oh, here we are. Wow. Eric, good to see you. Would you like to share something? How is your health situation? Any upgrade? You were going to have a meeting, I think.
Yeah, I think it's probably sort of stable. I haven't talked to my doctor recently. I haven't had any ultrasound or anything like that, so I don't really know if there have been any changes.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm not too sure. But yeah. I wish I could report good news, but I would say I'm still, what would you call it? I'm still, it sounds really pathetic, but I'm still a phone addict. So I still sort of go to bed and I say, I won't look at my phone, and then I'm looking at my phone. So, and often it eats into my sleep. So, yeah, that's one behavior I'm doing that's not so healthy. But yeah, I keep on believing this time will be different. But anyway. So,
Okay. Did
I'm
you
not
hear
sure.
me? Did you hear me reading this text about Arunachala?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I mean, it makes me very curious about what that experience would be like to be there. And I imagine myself sitting in the cave and feeling something quite powerful, but I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I'm curious about it.
All right.
That's early, because I haven't.
Okay. Well, you have to join us one of these years. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. Good.
Mm.
Maybe Kailash, would you like to share about your experiences when you came last year to the first time to Arunachala?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the first day I was there, I just got this impulse to go there.
Right.
It was like an impulse. I don't know where this came from, but I wanted to be there, and I went to the ashram, and yeah, it was fantastic. I spent probably 1 hour and a half sitting in silence in the ashram, and yeah, I cannot explain. Like at some point you don't even feel your hands, and there is sort of a heat in your body.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized there is this great flow of energy, and I think I have a very special relationship with mountains. You gave me this name, and this name is the name of a mountain
Right.
in Tibet and Nepal. And when I had a glimpse for the first time, it was 2 years ago, very close from a Swiss mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So I think these are for sure energetic centers of the universe, or I don't know. It's very powerful.
I mean, you were just saying that when you arrived, you felt this pull to go onto the mountain, and the retreat is 3 weeks. So by the time we got near the end of the retreat, had something changed in your connection to the mountain?
Yeah, I think I felt closer to the mountain and I wanted to be there and I wanted to continue to go there. So actually I walked around the mountain the last day
Right.
and this proximity, it just felt good. Yeah, it just felt very like home safe. It's like home, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Mhm.
And you're also looking, I mean, I think this weekend must have also been good for you, because we just heard Basker saying he's feeling very good today. And I would say, looking at you, you also look very open.
Yeah, it was great this weekend, you know, and today I'm still feeling that peace and you know, I'm living my day with the flow. So everything that I do is I just focus on that. It's being present and not very worried about the future and those kind of things. And also this uh, wonderful book, you know, Surrender, that you're working on, and it's very powerful, this surrender.
We found a printer who will take the book next weekend. So suddenly we have to finish it in just a few days.
Mm.
And we'll get it back at the beginning of December.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this exercise with Radha that we did on Saturday night,
Yeah.
is very profound because it's surrendering, you know, to
Right.
the energy of the others and trusting.
Have you done her weekend? I mean, I think at the end of this month, she's offering a day or a weekend, I'm not quite sure. And you should maybe consider to actually do a whole weekend with her, because I think the way she's doing it is very touching, very kind of dangerous or something like that, you know, very possible, you can say. And at the same time, she's doing it with touch, you know, out of touching. And so, yeah, I think it's a very powerful weekend she has now.
Yeah, I did it last year in September in Denia.
Oh, okay.
And I remember it was very powerful. At some point, you know, it's great to realize that we are all perfect as we are.
Right.
And I think that is one of the benefits that I got from that weekend. Yeah.
Right. It's funny, whenever I talk to you like now, I'm little bit laughing inside because you're wearing these 30 euro Indian glasses, which suit you very well. You know, my glasses cost 1,000 euros and yours cost 30 euros.
Yeah.
And I also bought almost the same ones that you've got, and I use it for reading. I think it was also about 30 euros. Yeah. So India can be amazing. You know, it's an amazing value there.
Yeah, it's an amazing place. The trust that you can feel from the people living there. It's basically somehow we have lost this trust in life in the Western world.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I should say something, actually. I mean, there's a few people tonight who may be considering getting a bit more involved with John David. And what I would say is that I've been running every 3 months, I've been running a group here in Germany. It's been going now for, about 20 years. Every 3 months, this group of people come together with me. And 3 or 4 months ago, I decided to start the same thing in Spain. And so this weekend, we had our second Sangha meeting with 15 people. And I think it was really one of the best weekends I've been able to experience in Spain. It was really very lovely. And it made me realize that I would like to create a kind of international Sangha group based in Spain, because actually I think it's more attractive for people to come to this amazing garden we have there, this beautiful palm garden, just a few minutes from the Mediterranean. And we also have a big swimming pool. So it's a very lovely place for a retreat with strong energy, I would say. And of course, we expect Spain to be shining and sunny and warm. But I left Spain this morning about 11 o'clock, I think it was. And the weather was reasonable. But when I got here in the afternoon to Germany, it was even warmer here in Germany than it was in Spain. So I don't know if we can expect Spain always to have a really warm, lovely weather. But anyway. Okay. Anybody else like to jump in? Aditi. Okay, Aditi and then Kieran.
Hello,
Hello.
I speak German.
Okay.
Der Berg Arunachala hat mich schon angezogen, bevor ich in die Sangha gekommen bin vor 3 Jahren. Und ich war jetzt zweimal dort. Und
So Shala already pulled me before I came into the Sangha 3 years ago, and twice I have been there now.
You've been to India in this group twice already.
Yes, twice.
And you're planning to come again this year, I think.
Und dieses Jahr wirst du wiederkommen?
ja, es ist wie nach Hause kommen
It's like coming home.
und auch Wunder. Im vergangenen Jahr, wo ich vom Berg runtergelaufen bin, saß ein Inder am Wegrand und hat akzentfrei mit mir Deutsch gesprochen, dass ich Schritt gehen soll, Step by Step.
So when I came down the hill, there was an Indian guy sitting by the side of the path, and he spoke perfect German and told me I just should take it step by step.
Und
But you've been there to Arunachala for what, 3 times? And so what happened each time? Did you feel each time it brought you closer and closer?
Du warst ja jetzt zweimal beim Arunachala, und was ist denn da jedes Mal passiert? Hattest du das Gefühl, dass dich der Arunachala näher bringt oder du näher zu dem Arunachala kommst?
ja, es fühlte sich an wie, als wenn sich so Schichten ablösen. Und ich kam dort immer mehr mir näher.
It felt like if layers would disappear and I come closer to myself.
Und es kam aber in dem Retreat immer auch starke Schmerzen hoch. Alte Themen, Verletzungen, die waren sehr massiv, aber durch die Gruppe und die Energie des Berges konnte ich was halten, was ich sonst nicht halten kann.
But at the same time, a lot of pain came also up during the retreat. But through the group and the energy of the mountain and the energy of the group, I could be with it, which I normally would not have been able to.
Yeah, I mean, I think you have a little bit of a judgment about yourself because you often seem to feel something like a criticism to yourself. But I don't really share that because, you know, over the last few years, it seems to me that there's been a lot of moments where something old kind of opened up and then disappeared. Is that your experience?
Also du scheinst ja so ein bisschen so ein Urteil über dich selbst zu haben, aber ich sehe das überhaupt nicht so, weil in den letzten Jahren ist es ja öfter gewesen, dass sich was bei dir geöffnet hat und dann Dinge ja quasi verschwunden sind, sich gelöst haben. Ist das auch deine Erfahrung?
Ja, und viel von diesem Urteil.
Was?
Und das Urteil hat sich gelöst.
And a lot of this judgment dissolved.
Right, right, yeah. Yeah, anyway, tonight, for example, you're looking very good. Your whole face has got a kind of beautiful Mona Lisa smile.
Also du siehst sehr gut aus heute Abend. Dein ganzes Gesicht hat so ein Lächeln von der Mona Lisa.
Okay. Okay, Kieran, it must be your turn.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, so about Arunachala, it was always very strong, very for me, and I'm looking forward to come again. Already from the first moment when the bus approaches, it's very touching. I start to cry, and it's very strong.
Yeah.
And I love to walk around and just connect to the mountain. So yeah. But I also want to share something else. So in the last time, it got more easy to be quiet and to come to a quiet space. Not always, but very often in meditation or something. Sometimes during the day. But at the same time, I see myself also often not so much focused, forgetting things, on being easily distracted, and but then recognizing that this has always been like this, and now it comes more to the surface. So because it's very familiar, that I easily distract myself. I don't find my keys, and I put a cup away, and I don't know where it is, and all this stuff. Yeah, and this at the same time, I can be much more quiet. So it is a bit strange. Yeah, and it feels, but also I judge myself before much more like this, but this time I can more watch it than judging it. But this is also always, everything is a bit fragile.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this many times, but when we first met you 12 years ago or something, you were tremendously self-judgment. I mean, it was very painful to listen to your opinions about yourself. You were very, you had very strong judgments. And I would say that over the years, these have gradually disappeared. And although you're saying that some of them are still around, it's a much different situation now, I would say.
Yes, and I watch myself being stupid, and then I say, okay, now you're stupid,
Well, maybe you don't have to say you're stupid. You're just who you are.
Yeah, but but I can laugh about this more. Yeah, the judgment is much better.
All right,
but the stupidity not.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, good. Would anybody else like to jump in? No, nobody. Maybe Kevin, shall I say hello to is it a daughter or a son? I don't know.
Yes, this is my son, Atlas.
He's 4 years old.
No, he's 9 months old, and then I have
he's 9 months. Yeah,
a 4-year-old daughter who's thankfully not in the room right now.
Okay,
that would make it difficult.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice to listen to everybody's experiences of Arunachala. Sounds beautiful, and I hope to get there one day, but not with a 9-month-old. That's a little difficult right now.
Right. Yeah.
But we can get to Denya.
Have you been to India?
Yes, my wife and I traveled from Trivandrum, where we landed in Trivandrum, the southern tip of India, basically. We traveled up to Amma's ashram in Kerala. I don't know if you know that ashram. It's wonderful in Amritapuri. And then up through Goa and I think we passed through Mumbai, right? And then Delhi, and then Rishikesh, Haridwar and Rishikesh, which were wonderful.
Right.
And then we crossed into Nepal and went across from the east side of Nepal. No, the west side of Nepal. We crossed and went all the way up to Everest overland.
Oh, wow.
We didn't go to the top, obviously. We tried to get to the base camp, but had to get helicoptered out.
Well, I should think walking, even walking to the base camp must be pretty strong, yeah?
Yeah. Most people fly to Lukla, which is like most of the way up. But we did it overland from Kathmandu, which was pretty nice.
Right.
It was beautiful.
It was beautiful, but nice is one word for it.
Yeah.
It was a journey.
Challenging for sure.
Challenging.
Yeah.
You didn't have your babies presumably when you were doing that.
No, definitely not. That would have been very difficult.
Although we saw one.
Yeah. But India is a wonderful place. I honestly, if I could live anywhere, I would live in southern India. But my wife doesn't like that idea, so I think we probably won't. We're looking at Denia. Denia is a place that we're looking at as a long-term possibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe we can do a special Zoom meeting just to talk about that a bit later on.
Yeah, I would love to visit the ashram and see if we can stay there for some time and perhaps make a base out of Denia for our family and see how that goes.
Right. Let's talk about it in particularly because I haven't had a chance to meet your wife, for example, and I hardly know you. There
Hi.
you are. Okay.
I'm Giovanna, by the way.
You're Giovanna.
Yes.
I've got your name here, Giovanna. Yeah, right. And what's your little boy called?
His name is Atlas.
Atlas. Wow, that's a strong name.
Yeah, and our daughter is Sky.
Oh, really? Sky. Yeah, you know our community, we call it Open Sky.
Open Sky. Yes, it's beautiful. I think probably we named them for similar reasons. Right. For me, it's the sky. It's one of the most beautiful things that we can see, and we can see it from anywhere in the world. Right. And the open sky also reminds of consciousness, the openness of consciousness.
Right. Yeah. Good. So maybe you have a destiny to come and spend time with us.
Maybe.
Bringing Sky to the Open Sky house.
Oh, I think she would love that. She would like to know that she was staying in a place that had shared her name.
Oh, yeah, she'd love that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you probably know, but although I'm extremely old, I have 2 9-year-old daughters. I don't know if you can see them.
Oh, yeah. Twins?
Twins, but not very familiar. I mean, not very similar.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to the point, where they prefer to wear their particular clothes, and they have all kind of different ideas about what they want to eat and what they want to do. And so I'm rather pleased so far that, they don't just follow each other.
Yeah, I think Sky would like to play with them. She loves to play with the older kids.
Yes, of all ages, she loves just hanging out with people.
And they also like playing with the younger kids, sort of mothering younger kids, if you like. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
So definitely, let's talk on a longer call between the two of us. I think between the 3 or 4 of us, or maybe Sky can join too.
Yeah, so definitely pop in if she's not being entertained by her cousins.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's a good beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the meditation. It was very grounding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So Pasca's left, I think. Anybody else? We've got a few more minutes. Anybody like to respond to this particular? I mean, as you know, I've probably edited about 1,000 pages of Ramana's talks, and this was the first time in the last days that I find him talking about Arunachala. And it's interesting because the young Indian man, Gathapati, who actually wrote this manuscript, if you remember his story, he came to the ashram because he'd been quite ill. And at the end of his illness, he had got some medicine from the big temple at Arunachala. And his parents wanted him to come and thank the people in the temple for the medicine. And in the day or two before he came, he got this image of Arunachala, of this mountain. He got a kind of dream image. And he also saw somebody walking around on this mountain, not wearing many clothes, being almost naked. And when he came there, he was completely shocked because when he saw the mountain, it was exactly the image that he saw in this dream. And then later in the afternoon, his parents took him to the Ramana ashram, and they came in together to the ashram. And he hadn't really wanted to go there. He wasn't really interested in spiritual stuff. But when he came there, he had this amazingly powerful meeting with Ramana. And then he spent 6 months in the ashram before he had to go back to his family and get married to somebody, as you have to in India. And but anyway, during that 6 months, he would be the first one to arrive in the ashram in the morning, and he would be the last one to leave in the evening. And then he didn't sleep very much because he wrote this diary, which we discovered 4 years ago. So I would say that what is written, what I read out earlier about Arunachala, that you, in a way, got to have incredible love, you know, not a little bit of love, but really crazy love. This was exactly what happened to this young man. In the moment he came into the room where Ramana was, I mean, he immediately went into this amazingly strong meeting with Ramana, instantaneous meeting. And then, of course, in the next 6 months, living day by day in the ashram with Ramana, he wrote this amazing diary, which hasn't appeared since 85 years. But now, this week, we're going to have then 3 books from that manuscript. I would say each one is very lovely, very, very lovely, very, very powerful. So if you're interested in these books, we have already 2 in English and German. If you're interested in those books, you can buy them from our Open Sky Press website. Indira, okay? Go ahead.
Hello. Yeah, I mean, I would like to share that I think when we really seriously, sincerely become open about wanting to know more about ourselves, yeah, wanting to go deeper and know really sincerely more, yeah, about ourselves and what is life about, I think existence supports us and brings us to places where we get supported in this, yeah. And I just remember that when I was very young, I don't know, 16, 17, 18, around this time, I went twice to Assisi, where Franz from Assisi, where he was. And this was both very, very profound, yeah, enormously profound. I completely connected to the energy there. And when I got older, I completely lost the interest in inside. I got very much interested in the outside. And when again, after many, many years, I started getting interested in the inside, I met you and then also the Arunachala, yeah. And for me, this, I mean, especially when I came the first time, it was so powerful. It was so powerful because I was sincerely interested. I was then sincerely interested again to look inside. And I had the feeling the whole energy of the mountain, I mean, it just it just amazingly supported this. It just happens. You don't need to do anything, yeah, because it just happens when you're open. Then it's like I don't know. It just happens.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there was one year when I stayed there in my own quiet retreat, and every month on the full moon night, literally thousands and thousands of people would arrive, starting in the afternoon, right through the night. So many buses would arrive. And this was always amazingly touching to walk around this mountain. Takes about 4 hours to walk around in this huge flow of people. Was always very, very touching. And I remember particularly one night some years ago now, where there was an enormous rain, very strong rain coming down. And I thought, well, probably there'll be nobody walking tonight because the rain was so strong. Yeah? And I was completely shocked that when I went out to have a look, expecting to find an empty street, it was packed just like it always was on the full moon night. And so the people who come there, they are motivated by some very deep place inside them, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good, good. Okay, Krishna.
Yeah, I want to share when we went there. I never had a place in my life or a space when we came there. I was from the beginning till the end, I was completely touched. It felt like everything which was there, the Ramana ashram, the mountain, we made yeah, the whole meeting with people you invited was so amazingly touching for me. I never met people like uh, I don't remember actually the names now, but
You're talking about the Indian teachers that I invited to the retreat.
yes, incredible.
Yeah.
I never felt or in the ashram
How
of
many times have you been with us to India?
2 times.
2 times.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
I could have cried tears because it was so touching and so overwhelming. Many of
Right.
them.
Yeah. Yeah. Good, good. Yeah, I mean, I've been coming there since about 36 years, I think. And of course, in the last 25 years since I became a teacher, I've come there, I think, with a group almost every year for the last 25 years, 24 years. It's amazing to see how many years have passed by. You know? And it's particularly nice to me that I can take my daughters there. You know, they're going to come again this year. I think this is amazingly good for little kids of 8, 9, 10 years old. Yeah. Okay, good. Well, we've had rather a friendly meeting tonight. Okay, so I think I'm going to say goodbye now. I flew from Spain today, so I'm a bit tired. I had to get up at 6, not my usual time to wake up. Okay, and next week there won't be a meeting, but again the week after. Okay.